Hello everyone and welcome. There's a lot of you asking in my streams right now, how do I get a hold of the new exotic blueprints? We're talking the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, the Bighorn, all these exclusive blueprints which are available this season. And I thought I'd do a quick video to explain to you guys exactly how you go about getting them, give you some tips along the way and things like that. So here is the crafting station at the base of operations. This is where you're going to want to come. It's where I've been telling you to come in the videos. So let's give you a visual of what I mean. Now, if we come to the crafting station and go all the way down, we've got this exotics tab. And in this exotics tab, let's remove my face cam for you here. You're going to see a list of all the exotic blueprints that are in the game. Now, these you get a hold from the Retaliation mode. Now, this season, I believe it's this season only, you can get a hold of things like the Eagle Bearer blueprints. Now, what's happened this season is that on Retaliation, they've added Black Tusk. And on Black Tusk Retaliations, you got a chance of getting a few new blueprints. Now, you can't see it on my screen right now, but on the right hand side, if they are locked, it's going to tell you what faction you need to go against in Retaliation and whether you need to kill a kill squad or whether it's rewarded at the end of a successful clear. So I forgot myself, which I think the Eagle Bearer is at the end of the run. You got a chance of getting it, and as we keep on going down, I think the Bighorn's at the end of the run. I think it's the exotics that are attached to the climax missions that are actually off kill squads, if I remember right. So things like the Sheriff and the Tinkerer and the Tempest. So just have a look through your list here. You'll see all of the locked blueprints that are attached to Black Tusks, and they'll tell you which ones are kill squads and which ones have a chance of dropping at the end of the Retaliation. And this is what you need to play to get a hold of these. And Retaliation, it pretty much works the same as the normal Retaliation for all of the other blueprints if you have done that. If you haven't done this at all before, you're completely new and you need all of these blueprints. Well, across all of the blueprints, they'll tell you what faction you need to do, whether it's a kill squad or you complete the Retaliation. So basically, farm the faction in Retaliation until you get them to drop. Now, Retaliation, we are going to explain exactly how this mode works. If you bring up the map, if you go to the Retaliation tab, you can see your current charges. You can see I am nearly charged on Hyenas, True Sons, Outcasts, but I actually have a Black Tusk one available to me. Now, you've got to charge them up. Once you've charged them up and you've got one available, no other one can be fully charged. Hence why they've all kind of stopped before they've gone over there, because we've currently got Black Tusk on. If I abandon this and then go and kill some Outcasts, I'll automatically get an Outcast Retaliation, and so on. But we've currently got a Black Tusk one charged up, and we can actually charge it up 3 times to save 3 of them and do 3 back-to-back Retaliations if we want to. For the purpose of this video, we're just going to do the 1 though. And you might be asking, well, how do I charge it up? Well, if you're new, again, if you just go to your map, you basically just got to play the game, and when you are killing that faction, it's going to be charging it up. And depending on the activity that you do, you can do it quicker with some activities over others. So for example, let's say I want to get a Black Tusk Retaliation, I can go over to Tidal Basin, play that on Heroic, and in one clear of a Heroic clear of Tidal Basin, I'll have 1 charge and get a Black Tusk Retaliation. If I do it on a lower difficulty, I might not get the full charge, but a couple of clears I will, and so on. You get the drift. The lower the difficulty, the less the charge, but you can keep on replaying it until you get the full charge and you get the Retaliation. This works for every single faction. You can go over to Capital Building to do True Sons, DUA to do Hyenas, or Outcasts at Roosevelt Island. They, for me, are the fastest way to charge Retaliations. I normally throw them on Heroic and get them fully charged in the one clear, but you can even just go around the open world. Black Tusk would be quite hard going around the open world though, unless you're doing like the invaded missions for the week. So basically, charge the Retaliations by killing the faction. Once they're fully charged, I'll let you know. You can come to the screen, you'll see that it's charged, and you are able then to start it. Now, you can also do this on other maps. I did charge this in New York, so I've got to go over to New York to do this. But if you do it in DC, it will be on DC where you're going to do it. But you are locked into the map where you've charged it. So I'm just going to switch over now to New York. And there we go. So now we're on the New York map. You can see I can initiate the Retaliation. This will send me in to go and complete it. I'll talk you through one of these now very quickly. I will show you the full gameplay, so the video's not too long. But I'll talk you through how it works and what you're looking out for. Now, before we do this, you can set the difficulty of what you want your Retaliation to be, and you do that through your open world difficulty setting. So if you want to do a heroic retaliation, go into your global settings and make sure the global difficulty is heroic. If it's not, if it's challenging, hard, or normal, the retaliation will match whatever your open world setting is. Now this is important because the blueprints have a higher chance of dropping the higher the difficulty. I don't know the exact numbers, but I believe on heroic, if you kill a kill squad and you're looking for one of the kill squad blueprints, then it's got a very high chance of dropping. I believe something like 90%. And at the end of a retaliation, when you clear it, if you're looking for one of the blueprints that you get for clearing a retaliation, I think it's 50-50 on heroic whether you get one. I'll be honest with you, since farming all these myself and unlocking them, it seemed a lot over 50-50 to me. It's pretty much 100% off a kill squad as well. I think I only had one kill squad that didn't drop me something. So on heroic, it is very high. However, if you can't clear them on heroic and you're having difficulty, then drop the difficulty down to whatever you're comfortable with, because challenging is still a high rate of exotic blueprint drops. However, hard and normal do get lower, but they are much easier to do, and you can keep on farming them until you get them if you're comfortable on those lower difficulties. However, if you're ready for it, make sure you're selecting heroic. And if you don't want to play solo, because I do highly recommend that you play in a team, you can matchmake retaliations now. So you can try your luck with matchmaking. So you can be doing this with a team. Obviously, you're not sure who you're jumping in or what difficulty is, then that's another way you can go about it. Now, retaliation matchmaking has been added. And if you have friends and you actually have your team, then make sure you're farming together, because if you farm as a 4 and you work these up together, then when you're in a team and you're ready to go, you'll have your teammates' names in the bottom right hand corner. You're all going to have retaliations available, and you can click on your friends' names or your name, whoever, and initiate the retaliation. It will only count for the name that you click on. So if you're working a squad of 4 and you, for example, charge 1 Black Tusk retaliation up, you in effect have 4 Black Tusk retaliations because of the squad you are working with. If you charge them all up to 3 as a 4, then that's going to be 12 Black Tusk retaliations your squad can do pretty much back to back, just off of 3 tidal basins. I'm sure the next question is going to be, well, what build do you use? What's a good build to do this solo? I'm going to show you this build here. I have just fully prototyped it pretty much. I just want to say I've used this without prototype for a long time, and it's been my go-to build for retaliation. It's my blue striker build. You may have seen it in previous videos if you follow me. I can't recommend this build enough if you're going solo. Maybe start on challenging, get used to it, moving up to heroic when you're ready. But the blue striker build is going to be brilliant. Now, normally I run the St. Elmo's with this, but because I've recently prototyped it, I'm going with the Lexington. You want the exotic memento backpack, and then you want a striker mask, or the striker pieces, as long as you got 1 red core and 3 blue, it doesn't matter where it falls. So I'm a striker mask here. It has a armor roll with a crit damage attribute and a crit damage mod. My striker holster has weapon damage and critical hit damage rolled on it as an attribute. Striker gloves again is armor with critical hit damage as an attribute, and the knee pads is armor with critical hit damage as an attribute. Then the chest piece, I go for a Palisade chest piece because of the 10% armor on kill. This has got armor, crit chance, crit damage, and obliterate as the talent with a crit hit damage mod on there. Throw another crit hit damage mod on the backpack as well. And what this build gives you is 20% armor on kill as long as you go with the gunner specialization. That'll bring another 10% armor on kill and rate of fire as well. And it gives you a 6 skill tier Crusader shield, which is very beneficial. That is a ton of survivability with all the blue cores, the 6 skill tier shield, and the armor on kill there. And the 2 red cores, along with the striker stacks, are where you're going to get your DPS from. And when you're running solo with the HP scaling, it's absolutely fine. Make sure you run over your memento trophies to get all of your buffs. The survivability and the damage is absolutely perfect. Run a revive hive just in case. Now, obviously, having expertise is going to make this a lot easier on the build and making sure you got a watch level 1000. I'd say if you're still working for your watch levels, you haven't even started expertise yet, it's obviously going to be harder than it is if you're at watch level 1000 with level 30 Elmos or Lexington. But keep on working up. This build will work great. You might have to start on challenging, like I said, and get used to it. But this is a build that's going to get you into heroic and make heroic feel very comfortable as you're ranking up. And when you get to the point where I am now, I'll show you a little bit of gameplay with the build in Retaliation just to show you what you're sort of aiming for when you get to this level with how easy it can be. But obviously, run any build that you are comfortable with. That's just what I run this with. So we're going to start the Retaliation now, and we're going to go through a game. I've made sure my difficulty is on Heroic, the world difficulty. So we're starting a Heroic Retaliation, which means there's a high chance of drops. Now, if you've never done a Retaliation before, just bring up the map. You're going to have an area to take over of control points. It's as simple as that. But you are timed. You'll notice that I've got a timer down the left-hand side of the screen. I've got 7 minutes. And as I kill enemies, that will increase the time. As I clear landmarks or check control points rather, it'll improve the time by a significant amount. If I do get a kill squad, that'll increase my time as well. So although it says 7 minutes now, you actually get a lot of time. However, if you die and go unconscious, you lose time. So try not to die. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to run around. I'm not going to show you the full run now. But if we get a kill squad, I'll show you what a kill squad looks like. And we'll deal with that. And I'll show some control point gameplay as well. Okay, so we're just approaching Celebration Hotel, which is a control point we need to take over in this area. And unlike in the normal open world, you don't need to call in anything right away. You just got to get there and clear enemies. It does work similar to how control points work in the normal open world, but there are some slight differences. But basically, we just want to clear all the enemies. Once we've done that, we're gonna hold the button to let the game know we're ready for the next wave and take out the next wave, and we'll clear it. So we will show you this gameplay in full of this control point, just so you can see the build in action with how powerful it is. And like I said, even though this is prototype, you won't be as powerful with a normal Blue Striker build, but I've used this build for a long time on Retaliations, and I promise you, it's a great build to use, even if it's not fully expertised. It's just the survivability that you get mainly. All the blue cores, the 6 skill tier shield. You've got your Revive Hive if you need it. And once you start getting your Striker stacks up, it really does pack a punch. Again, I normally go with the St. Elmo's, but with the prototype right now, having a prototype Lexington, it's pretty nice. So I think we're coming to the end of this now. We've got a couple more enemies to do. So there we go. Celebration Hotel has been cleared. And now you'll notice it says initiate retake. So we're just going to initiate retake, and this will get the next part of the control point encounter to come in. So we need to take out the next wave now. Now just notice as I am getting the kills on this, we are getting extra time. It'll pop up on the kill, so you'll see that each kill will give me, we got like 2 seconds off that ad, and a couple of seconds off every ad. It might be that the tougher ads give a little bit more time compared to like a red bar or something. There's another 2 seconds off him. So every single kill you get is increasing the time. But when we clear this wave, just look at the big chunk we get once we clear it. We're currently on 4 minutes 45 remaining. Look at the survivability on the build. I let him rinse me then with that machine gun. But even with that machine gun, there's so much survivability. All the bonus armor of the memento. We'll have a couple of waves on this next one. This next one now is where we're going to get like the name bosses spawn. Sometimes you'll get like 3 waves with name bosses. Might be the last wave. Oh no, we got another one. This will be the last wave now. This is the 3rd wave. I think it's just a dog and we're done. And what will happen once we've cleared this, it'll say we've captured a control point, and the control point will go green. There we go. So our aim is to take over both control points in the area. There's one. Now, once we've taken over the second control point, we'd have completed the retaliation. We've still got 8 minutes. We've just got a big increase of time left. So we've got to slowly start making our way over. But what we want, you might want some kill squads to get some exotic blueprints that are attached to kill squads. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a run round just to try and force one to spawn. Now, one might spawn. The random spawns kill squads. They'll just happen while you're running. But when you're doing areas with only 2 control points in, there's a good chance that sometimes you just won't get one. So I highly recommend, if you've got enough time, just spend a bit of time just running around, because it can force a spawn, and they do tend to be in specific locations. So we got one. So we got BTSU Team 9 deployment. This is the special kill squad for Black Tusk right now. This is what they look like. Now, these aren't going to be easy. We're not just going to face tank these. So what we're going to do is take our time and slowly kill them, because we don't want to die right now. We want to kill these, because by killing this kill squad, there's a chance that you might get the blueprint that you want. But they are going to be rough, so just remember that. Just got to take our time. There's one down. Another one's pushed us to the left there, which is quite nice. We've got a shield out. There's 2 down. Got to push forward now. Try and find where the other ones are. It's one of the dogs. Grief is down. I think someone might be behind us. It might be the Johnny 5. Yep, we got camper. And then I think one peeled back a little bit down here. So we'll go and push that one. There he is. There's a couple of them. Emily Countdown. And we got Alvin Clean Hands. And once we clear this kill squad, what you want to do is keep an eye on the top of the screen when you're looking for a blueprint, because the blueprint will drop at the kill squad reward. You'll get basically kill squad cleared. Up top, we've just completed the collectible subset there, which is cool. But BTSU Team 9 defeated, and you get a blueprint, it'll appear there with the rewards at the top. It'll tell you what blueprint that you get. So they will only be the blueprints, or the exotic blueprints, that drop off of the kill squads. Okay, remember when I said about the crafting station? I'll say whether they drop off kill squads or retaliation clears. You'll only get the kill squads ones off of them. They have a very high chance on heroic. Now, what we're going to do now is finish the retaliation. I'm not going to show you the end of the run, but what we're going to do is just go to the next control point and clear it. And once we clear it, we'll cut back in and show you what an end of retaliation screen looks like, so you can see where you see where the next blueprints drop. And there we go. We've just concluded the retaliation. We cleared the control point. You get a 1.5-minute timer at the end there, just to gather any loot that might have dropped on the ground. This used to be 30 seconds. And sometimes you'd miss your loot and whatnot. But it gives you plenty of time now to gather any loot that's dropped, but also to go and loot the control points of the chest, if that's what you want to do. And it's at the end screen now, which is going to tell you whether you've got another exotic blueprint or not. So we'll just loot this box, and we'll let that minute timer tick down. And there we go. We've now gone into the end screen, and this is where you'll find out if you get an exotic blueprint from completing the retaliation itself. It'll be the completion bonus rewards, and you'll see the exotic blueprint here. Now, right now at the time of recording, there's a little bit of a bug where it doesn't show you what blueprint it is, but notice here on the exotic cache, the red, if you see like a red line with no name next to it, it means you have got one. So go and check your crafting station. You'll find out what it is there. But this is where you see it. Now, you're not going to get this if you fail it. If you die and you get this end screen because you failed and this says one of the control points hasn't been defended, there's no way of getting the exotic blueprint. It has to be on a successful clear of the retaliation. So remember just to go back, check your crafting station, and go to your exotics. And if there's any unlocked, you'll see like the exclamation mark on any of the weapons here, and go and check it out. And that's everything you need to know about the new exotic blueprints that are available for this season. Like I said, it's not 100% clear whether these will be available all the time. They said it was for this season only, for the things like the Eagle Bearer, the Ravenous, the Ouroboros, and the Climax mission exotics as well, like the Sheriff, Tinkerer, Tempest. So if it is only this season, they do drop. Make sure you're farming this. You will get them. You've got plenty of time across the whole season. get them now, just in case they are taken away next season. I know Black Tusks are here to stay, but whether these exclusive blueprints are, I don't know. But once you have them, you have them. And like you see here at the Eagle Bearer, all I need to do is get these resources and I'll be able to craft one, which is real good. Now, the automated defense parts, you have to find out what faction they drop from, but you'll farm the faction to get those automated defense parts, whoever drops them. But be one of the factions you can go against, you'll farm the resources. But yeah, unlike the reconfiguration exotic blueprints, you don't need the weapon to reconfigure anything. Now that's a good question that we're getting asked as well, like, will you get the Eagle Bearer reconfiguration blueprint with this? I don't know. Like, the reconfiguration blueprint is when you go to weapons and where you can find the exotic reconfiguration blueprints. Now, why you want to use these is because if you get an Eagle Bearer, it doesn't have damage target out of cover on it, you can use a reconfiguration blueprint to put in your Eagle Bearer, bring out another one, using these resources for a chance to get damage target out of cover. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to get this or not because I've already got it. Something I've not found out. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. If you don't get the reconfiguration blueprint off this other blueprint, then, or when you craft one, you've got to get that from the raid. But do let me know if you've got the Eagle Bearer blueprint, you've crafted an Eagle Bearer, did you get the reconfigure blueprint? That'd be great information down in the comments if you can let us know. But yeah, that's all for this video. I'm going to do a whole beginner's guide to Retaliation in a few weeks' time, and I'll cover even more, like everything else about it. But this video is just for those that are asking how do you get these new exotic blueprints have been added this season. That's all the information I've got for you and all the tips that I've got. If I missed anything, make sure you comment and ask down below in the comment section. Have a read in the comments as well for any other people's tips as always. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more from me. Until the next time, thank you for watching this one and take care.